And welcome back
to the Work Pals podcast. I'm Aaron.
I'm Noelle. And this is Yogi.
Welcome, pals.
We did get some feedback that we never introduced ourselves in the last two videos. That's a mistake on our part.
Yeah, that's true.
We only assumed our friends and family would be seeing this, and I believe so far that is everybody who's seen it.
And we know each other, so...
Right.
Yeah.
But sorry for the error. It won't happen again.
It'll happen again. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening again. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple or YouTube or anywhere else.
Subscribe, like, follow our socials.
Yes. Feel free to comment.
We'll try our best to reply to you. We've got nothing else to do.
We won't reply to you. We will reply to you. Yeah, let's kick it.
All right. Fill me in on your week. Anything exciting happen?
Ooh, what a week I had. I hurt my back yesterday.
As I saw when you walked into my home.
I felt like an 80-year-old man. So I went to visit my dad. Mm-hmm. I do some caregiving for my dad. And I was sprinting up the steps like a young lad, like an NFL player. No, I was going pretty fast. I had slept a lot the day before, maybe 12 hours because I'm old. I work overnights, so I tend to sleep a lot. I get out the car and I'm in a hurry because I have 20 minutes before I need to punch in. I need to go in the house. I need to give my dad his insulin, right? I need to check his sugar, see what he, how much he needs, whatever. I am sprinting. I park. I'm booking it. I hit that first step and I feel my entire back lock up. Couldn't move for 2 minutes. It was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Haven't hurt my back this bad in a while. Couldn't move. I was stuck on the steps and I said, oh my God, I couldn't make the next step. I had to grab the rail. I thought I was going to go down. It finally loosens up. I make my way. I need to be at work in 20 minutes. So there's no chance of me calling out.
Oh, so yeah. You had to work?
I had to work. That's the problem. So I went in and I have this mentality. I said, I'll just take it slow. Yes, my back hurts. It feels kind of weak. It feels a little bit, like it might get hurt worse. But I worked the entire 8.5-hour shift. It wasn't completely busy. It was kind of fine. So then I go home and, I try to think of like an attack plan. Like, what do I need to do? I'm taking ibuprofen. I'm icing. I'm heating. I'm sitting at my desk. I'm working on stuff for the podcast and I'm drawing and doing some other random stuff. And then about like 3 p.m., I realized I'm not making it to work. So I call out. And then I said, I need to go to sleep. Because again, I work overnight, so I got off in the morning. It's afternoon. I lay in bed for 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes. And I need to pee.
No.
Big mistake. I should have went and used the bathroom before I went to sleep. I'm in bed for 20 minutes. My entire back has locked up at this point. I couldn't even fall asleep. I'm trying to put pillows in between my legs. I felt like
a hospital patient?
Yeah. Like I have a pillow here, a pillow there, a pillow there. I realized I needed a fourth pillow. I don't own a fourth pillow. It was a whole problem.
Man.
I couldn't move. So I have to pee. I'm thirsty. And I'm trying to get out of bed and just sit up. Something very regular. I cannot sit up. My back hurts so bad. I can't engage my abs. So I feel just weak and real floppy. I can't get up. So I'm laying on my side. If you can imagine, I'm laying on my side.
I'm picturing you laying flat on the bed and staying flat, but like turning your body.
Yes. Rotating my body. I rotate to the left. I rotate to the right. And then finally I said, you know what? I got it. I can't sit up right now. And I'm just laying there rotating. I said, but if I can rotate and get my knees on the ground, then I can push and shoot myself up, right? But I didn't realize that all this movement had taken all my ab strength away. Whatever, it already was gone because of my back, but I had no ab strength left. I already don't have a lot. But I put my knees on the ground and I try and push myself up and I just flop on the bed. So now my knees are on the ground, my top half is laid over on the bed, and I have no strength. So I'm just stuck in this position like this. And I can't move. So I thought of a second plan. I said, I'll go lower, right? So then I said, if I completely put myself on the floor prone, then I can push off the floor and sit up on my knees and I can get to the chair. And if I can get to the chair, I can sit. So I push myself again. I'm also sliding back while this is happening. My floor is a hardwood floor. It's not rug. And my feet, my legs, my knees, whatever, are sliding to the right and my body's moving to the ground, but I don't want to just flop on the ground. So I just lower myself down. Boom, my elbows hit. And then all of a sudden my core gives out again and I have to lay flat on the ground. So now I'm flat on the ground and my phone's on the bed. I'm like, dang, I really want to check Instagram right now. I need to be getting up. But I said, you know what? Let me lay here for a minute, gather my strength. So I'm laying on the ground like this. I reach up, I grab my phone. I'm laying flat on the ground. I'm checking my phone for a little bit.
Like
5
you're on
minutes.
your stomach?
On my stomach. 5 minutes passes. Mind you, I'm just in like boxers and a wife beater. So much skin is just touching the cold floor. This feels terrible, but I'm not sweating because the air conditioner's on. I can't do anything about that. I can't reach it. Finally, I get the strength and I said, I'm going to just push myself up. I try and push myself up. I lay flat. I try and push myself up again. I lay flat. This goes on for maybe 15 minutes. I can't move. So,
did you ever think about calling 911 during this process?
No. Too embarrassing. I would have rather died on that floor that day than have
They
them...
would have just helped you up and left.
No, you can't call them for that.
Yes, you can.
Chat.
Yes.
Chat. Can you just call 911 to just like, hey, what's up, dog? I'm stuck on the ground. Just come pick me up.
No, you're not going to say that. You're going to say, I've fallen. I can't get up. The ambulance is going to come. They're going to help you up. They're going to say, we need to take you to the hospital. You're going to refuse. You sign, and you don't have to leave.
I'm 35.
You don't owe them anything. It's free.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But it's full free.
It's full free. So I finally get, like, after 15 minutes of just being laid on the ground like this on my phone, I said, I have to do something because I need to pee. I need water. Mm-hmm. None of my roommates are home. I can't call them for help because I thought about it too. I said, oh, maybe I can just call one of my roommates to come in and just help me up. Nobody's home. I'm on the ground. I'm hungry. I'm tired. Like, I just don't know what to do. And so finally I said, my rolling chair is like kind of like a little bit behind me. I said, okay, if I can inch back like a little worm on the ground towards my rolling chair, and if I can just like grab my rolling chair, sit up on the bed again to where like I get my arms on the bed when my knees are still on the ground, and then I can pull my rolling chair forward, and then if I can get my arms on a rolling chair, push myself into my rolling chair, and if I can sit in my rolling chair, then I can stand from the rolling chair. Mm-hmm. And that's how I survived the ordeal.
Wow.
Inched back like a worm on the ground, arms on the bed, got in, pushed up in the rolling. That was really, really hard to push my bottom in the rolling chair.
I would have paid so much money to have video footage of all this.
Embarrassing. It was one of my most embarrassing moments because I have so much more empathy and sympathy for the elderly folk right now. Because I get it. When you can't get off the ground, it's not a, like, you know, in my head before I used to be like, stop it. Just get off the ground. You can't get off the ground.
No, I like pulling your back out is like a real like
terrible,
scary thing, and it's the worst pain because you are just not comfortable no matter what.
Awful. It's maybe every like 3 or 4 years I hurt my back. So sleeping's the hardest part.
Maybe you just need to be more careful.
Yeah, I definitely think if I've been in bed for like 12 hours, stretch. Don't get up, get ready, run out the house, sprint up some steps, and then pull your back. Right. Yeah, so that was. My week was kind of boring. Other than that, what else happened? I was told that I should smile more in photos because I'm ugly when I don't smile in photos.
Really? I think it's like, I think you look like cool and like mysterious when you don't smile in photos, and then when you smile in photos, it's very apparent that like you're happy.
I fully agree with you. Like, so I smile in photos when I'm with people. Group photo. You always catch me in a group photo. You always catch me smiling.
Right, but not on your Instagram. You be straight mugging.
I be mugging because I'm.
But it looks cool. Like, I don't think it looks bad.
I don't think it looks bad either. I disagreed. I hard disagreed with the person, and it's someone who I'm super close with. I love them very much. But I was like, what?
If you're jealous, just say so.
Yeah, if you're jealous, you know, you can smile all goofy in your photos, like, but me, I'm a thug.
This is persona.
It's my persona. No, when I post on my Instagram, I'm usually not posting photos of myself with people. They can post it on their Instagram. I can be tagged in it. But like smiling by yourself is actually kind of trippy, right?
Sometimes I feel like when you're smiling and you're trying to smile, you forget how to smile.
You completely forget how to smile.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah. I feel like a lot of times, like, I mean, I have an RBF, as we talked about, and
yes,
but I also try not to smile with my teeth all the time.
Yes.
You need to mix it up.
Do you know what smizing is?
Yeah.
I tried to learn how to do it over
I think I can do it.
Do it.
Okay. Let me focus.
Oh, yeah. You got it. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. I won. Like.
Try.
Hold on.
You gotta, like, get the laughs out.
Yeah.
Okay. Get the laughs out. You can do it. You gotta relax your mouth more. You're not smiling. Your eyes don't look happy.
It feels like I'm smiling.
Try to turn the corners of your lips up just the slightest amount. There you go. You kind of got it. It's not your look. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah, I won't ever do that again. In your week, how was your week?
My week was good. I was away last weekend for a bachelorette trip. Party. No, it was super fun. It was a big group of girls because it was 2 brides. The brides are marrying brothers. And they're both great. One of the brides is obviously my best friend, and it was our college friend. So it's always just the best time when we're together because we all live in different states. So like seeing each other is always just the best time. And it was just really nice. The weather was perfect. The house we stayed in was insane. It had a volleyball court, a pool. Everybody had their own bed, and I think there was like 17 of us maybe.
A volleyball court and a pool.
Yeah.
This is like premium Airbnb.
And a hot tub.
And a hot tub.
And like multiple decks.
Can I get a hot tub?
Can I get a hot tub? No, it was super fun. I'm trying to think of like the highlights from our trip. Like, let's see, we left on Thursday morning, so we got there pretty early Thursday. And then Thursday night was like a chill night. They did taco night, watched movies. It was fun. And then Friday we had like a beach pool day, and then at night we went out to dinner, and then we went out to the bars.
That must have been fun.
It was so much fun. I mean, we were all like my group compared, like half of the friend group compared to the other half of the girls that were there for the other bride.
Yes.
They were excited, but we were a little hesitant because it was kind of far away where we were going. So we were like, we don't want to get trapped there. Like, what if we can't get an Uber back later? It's like an hour drive home, and we said afterwards, we're like, we don't know why we stress because we had the best time. We had so much fun. We were just dancing our hearts away, and my friends got on stage.
How many girls?
There was like 17 of us.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was fun. It was so much fun.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
One of the Ubers we took, she had like the disco lights that went on, and she handed us like microphones, and then we called her after to go home.
You recorded?
No. And then so we called her to go home from the last bar we were at, but mind you, by now my friends we've all been drinking, and so we're trying to rally up just like the 5 or 6 of us to leave. So 3 of us make it outside. One of the girls books it back inside. So my other friend goes in to get her. I'm outside. She brings another friend outside, so it's me and her waiting. So I'm like, let's go get in the Uber, and they'll meet us in the Uber. So she gets in the front seat of the Uber. Why? It's a minivan. There's plenty of seats in the back. They're all empty. The window's down, and I'm standing outside. I'm holding everybody's purse. And mind you, this friend is so nice. Like, she is like a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And she looks at me. She's never spoken to me like this ever. And she goes, give me my purse or I'm going back inside.
What? What is she talking about?
So I was just laughing because I was like,
yeah.
Okay, here you go. So then the other friends finally come outside, and one of the girls is like, do you have my purse? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, that's not my purse. I was like, oh, who else's purse is it? So it was just like, I was like, everybody's had a little too much to drink here, but it was so fun.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night we chilled, pool day, whatever. We did a wild horse beach tour. That was really cool.
Horse beach tour. Okay.
Yeah. And then at night.
What is that?
Oh, so we were like, everybody was in like these cool, I don't know what they were called. Like not cars, but like the big.
Like a chariot kind of?
No, it's almost like a huge Jeep is how I would describe it. Like no windows or anything. And there's a tour guide, and so you drive along, like it's like 2 hours the whole tour was, and there's wild horses, and you just get to see them. We got to see a baby horse,
Wild horses. Okay.
Yeah, you can't like stop and touch them, of course, because they don't want them to become like
Domesticated.
yeah, exactly. I guess if the horse needs to be taken care of, then from there they wouldn't go back to the wild because the wild horses need to stay wild.
Okay.
So that was really cool. I've never seen anything like that. So yeah, that was really cool. And then that night we did like a famous brothers night since they're marrying brothers. So the brides dressed up as each other's fiancés.
Okay. That's why.
And then the rest of us were like paired up to do famous brothers. So like Erica and I dressed up as the guys from White Chicks.
Yeah, okay.
And then Emily and Amber dressed up as stepbrothers. Another pair did stepbrothers.
That makes so much sense.
People did Drake and Josh. Yeah, it was really funny. My favorite though, Property Brothers. They were in character the entire time. They had a picture frame that said family with a photo of them with their wives, like the Property Brothers and their wives. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, they took the cake for sure.
Vids?
Yeah, I have vids of
that's
that too.
Funny. Yeah, you gotta drop that.
But yeah, super, super fun time. Good weather. And then I had to go back to work and that's
back to reality. That sounds fun. Wait, so how was if there's 17 girls, because my brain wants details.
Yeah.
How many were in? You didn't have just one Airbnb for all 17?
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
The houses where we were are huge.
It must have felt like a school trip. Like that many people in one house at one time feels like, you know.
Kind of. I feel like half of the group didn't know the other half of the group.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of nice because it was like you're either like hanging out with your half or you were all just like mingling or whatever. Sure. And like the thing about like once you get older is that everybody just gets along, you know, like nobody wants drama at our age. Like that's, I don't know. So I thought it was fun. Like
17 guys meeting for the first time, like half and half. You might have some.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not to interrupt you. You're good.
No, yeah, I know. I didn't feel any type of the way. I thought everybody got along really well. I'd hope they'd all say the same. I don't know. But no, I mean, I think
that's so cool. Though.
I did notice like a difference between the other half of the girls and us is that like they were always like hanging out, like even in the living room, by the pool, whatever. Yeah. But we needed like downtime to be like horizontal and like silent in our bed. So sometimes I was like, I hope they don't think that like we're avoiding them, but like we need like phone time. So we would be like in our room sometimes and just scrolling, not talking to each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, but it was like, well, like we needed a little downtime. That was all.
That's so fun. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds fun.
No, it was a blast. Yeah. Like I would do it again. And because we had so many girls in the Airbnb, it wasn't expensive.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
cool. I love that. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me like excited. I have a trip coming up at the end of May. It's only like 8 of us. I think like 2 people canceled, so it's 6 of us, and I only know 2 of them. So it's fun meeting new people and, like you said, seeing how different people, like what's their vacation style. Yeah. Are they chill? Do they want to like do fun things, but then they're chill on their phone? You know, there's always the people who want to go back to the B&B or back to the hotel and just chill. And there's always people who are like, what's the next thing? Right. Oh, y'all are going home? Like, no, let's go to the next thing. And you're kind of like, I don't want to go eat. I want to go to Denny's. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's like 3 a.m. You're like, Denny's is open. And you're like, you don't want to go to Denny's. You
just need to have a good mix, honestly. Yeah. And the thing about trips with a big group is if you go out and do the thing, you're never going to regret it because you're going to have fun because you're with a group.
Fair. So that's fair.
You got to make the most of it. But then, like, if everybody's down to go and have some downtime, then, like, do that too. Because, like, I don't know. I can't go hard 24 hours a day anymore.
Yeah. Did you guys do, like, a buddy system?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Yeah. We have a buddy system plan for the guys that I'm going with to Houston. Really? Yeah, just, like, because one of my friends described his brother as a, like, he always does, like, a lone wolf thing. Where, like, at a certain time, he gets, like, really annoying and he's like, I'm just gonna go do this, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna come with you, and he's like, no, and he wants to like go off on his own. And like none of us have been to Houston before. We don't know the area. We don't know, like, we're gonna be downtown, like near a convention center, but like we have like a partner system so that you're never alone. You're always with one other guy because it just makes it safer.
No, that's smart.
Yeah. I saw a study, and the study said that so when someone's texting and you reply K, that it's the most emotionally triggering text that a person can receive. So when someone replies to your message, K, just a K, it's the most emotionally triggering text that a person can receive. Now, what are your thoughts on that?
Doesn't bother me a bit. And I'm going to send it all the time.
Ooh. So you agree?
No, I don't think it's emotionally
I mean, you
triggering.
disagree, rather.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me, and I also send it, and I don't think people are offended by it.
So I actually agree with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm in your camp with this. I think it's more, for me personally, and you can agree or disagree, it's more emotionally triggering when someone sends the dreaded wall of text. Mm-hmm. The wall of text, terrible. I cannot stand it. If you text me more than 20 words, I'm skim reading it and I'm probably replying K. I'm the problem. Like,
no, I completely agree. Or if like you had to text somebody to ask a question and like you get the question answered, you go back and forth, and then they try to keep the conversation going by saying something else, that is when I'm triggered. That's when I'm like, whoa, leave me alone.
K is cost efficient.
Yeah.
It's
K
just
ends
like,
the conversation.
okay,
See you
because
later.
when someone's giving information, K is most of the time the response or a thumbs up. So I don't always do K. What's even shorter for me is you just hard press and you do the thumbs up. Mm-hmm. I was told in person by a couple people that they take offense when I do that because it makes them feel that it's the same as saying K. They think I'm like, ugh, like brushing them off. I'm like, no, I replied to what you said.
I love that because I don't know. I think it's all depends on the generation. I honestly believe because the like people that are a little bit younger, they text all the time. I want to text as little as possible. If you give me a thumbs up, I'm like, phew, I don't have to answer. I don't have to do anything. I got my answer. We're good. Dunzo.
Or if something's funny, like it's the haha. You know, like you just hard press haha. It's the haha. Like or it's an emoji, just like it. Yeah. Because it's just like that was funny. Like that means like it was funny.
And like if I say K, like when I'm replying and you tell me something and I say K, I'm not saying it like K. I'm mad at you.
No,
I'm saying
you're just like saying
K.
Okay. Like I acknowledge what you're saying.
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've just been going through such a hard time lately. It also seems that you've been very distant from me. I just don't know anymore. I'm not sure if you want to be with me or not. Please, just say something. Okay? Thumbs up.
Love the message.
You just send a sticker of a guy putting 2 thumbs up like, I've acknowledged.
Or like a GIF that says like, we good.
We good, yeah.
We're terrible.
That's funny.
No. If people actually like were expressing their feelings to me about something, then I would probably put in more effort to respond. But I have to be in the right mood to respond to a text message.
Okay, so here's a follow-up question. Mm-hmm. When it's somebody who you're trying to impress or someone who you're talking to or getting to know, like recently, do you still put K or do you try and spruce up your answer a little bit to make them feel like, because you know they might misinterpret it and you want them to seem interested, right? So do you stay? Do you still put the K?
No. Normally, if it's somebody that I'm talking to, like trying to get to know, then I'll say, yeah, sounds good.
Oh, you still put just that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you like I am such a bad texter that like when I am talking to somebody, it's not like we're going back and forth. So like we are texting and we're answering each other's questions and like it might be a little bit of a longer text, but it's because I'm taking 6 hours to reply.
Whoa.
So the conversation never ends. It goes on for days because I am replying as seldom as possible. Yeah.
I'm replying and then I'm usually asking like a follow-up question. Because I want to leave it open-ended so that it doesn't feel like I ever just... Was something on my face? Okay, it was a hair. It was my own. But I want to like leave it open-ended so the person knows that like... But I think K is good. K is good. K is efficient.
Yeah, but I feel like if it was somebody new I was talking to and they said K, I wouldn't... Like, I would wait for them to text me again before like I did anything about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so we're in the same camp with this. Well,
but what I do want to bring up about text perception...
Text perception.
Is I do get emotionally triggered by your responses to me sometimes.
Because I'm gonna validate your feelings.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm not aware of like how my texts are perceived because I'm not the other person. That's why sometimes I send voice memos to people.
Yeah.
Or I'll Sometimes I send memos or I'll call because I think if you don't hear the tone, I might be one of those people, if you don't hear the context or tone that I'm saying something in, you could take it as I'm either shutting you down or I'm being argumentative, and I'm not.
No, like I'm never actually like seriously like offended, but sometimes I'm just like, does he think I'm like the dumbest human in the world? And he does.
No, I paused because it's gonna be great I'm gonna edit something in. It's crazy.
Oh boy.
No, I don't think you're dumb at all. But I have to hear your I need to hear I usually like to hear people's reasoning behind like their like why they think you shouldn't, or why you think, like, I need to hear a little bit more why, like.
I also think we have very different perspectives on things because, like, you know, like we just see things differently. Like you're from a tech standpoint seeing things very differently than I am. Yep. Also, I'm not very good at social media. So I think what really do fine. I know? But, you know, you texted me on Monday this past week.
To the group or to personal?
To the group. You said, hey, are we all available next Saturday? I said, yes. You said, can we do a fun content/calendar meeting?
Next Saturday.
We said, yes. This was on Monday. The next Saturday?
This Saturday's Monday. So,
hey, are we all available next Saturday?
Next Saturday. But
if you send that on a Monday, when's the next Saturday?
No. When you send it on a Monday and you're talking about the coming Saturday, you say this Saturday. When you say next Saturday, you're always talking about not the one coming.
You have to clarify that.
No, you
then
don't.
You're like,
hold on.
We're meeting on the 17th. I'm like, says who?
Hold on.
Says who?
Hold on. You tell us in the comments. When you say this Saturday, you're talking about, right now it's Saturday, right?
Right.
So I wouldn't say next Saturday. I'd say this Saturday. Because this coming Saturday.
I would say next Saturday.
Next Saturday means the Saturday after this Saturday. So it goes this Saturday, next Saturday.
That's so not true.
So when I asked, that's why I said this Saturday. And even Krista knew what I was talking about because I knew she was off that next Saturday.
Yeah, but that's because you guys talked. So you already knew what date Krista was available. So she knew what you were talking about. I, who am available every Saturday, took next Saturday from a Monday perspective as being the Saturday that's coming up. So I just need you to maybe be a little more specific with the dates you give me.
Fair. I should have said just said the date, like Saturday the blank blank.
Yeah.
But all I know is when you say next Saturday, you're talking about the following Saturday. It's never the coming Saturday. That's this Saturday.
That's a you thing.
Is there a way for us to Google this? This is just a language thing. Siri, set a event for next Saturday. What do you want to call it?
Call it anything and let's see what Saturday it puts it in.
Anything. Boo. May 17th.
That's next Saturday. That's this Saturday, as you would say it.
Let's do it. Fair. What's the amount that you ditch me for? And they're gonna put in like, they're gonna put in 50 Cent with you. They're like same show, same format. We're gonna bring in episode writers for you, so you don't have to write the episode anymore. We're setting up all the equipment. You just come in, you just record. $2 million a year, right? You sound you sound maybe at like a $5 million 5-year deal.
Well, no, you just said how much is the amount that that they would have to pay me to do it for. So don't tell me the price.
Okay, my bad. And they're gonna bring in a co-host. That's like Michael B. Jordan, bro. Like they bring in Michael B. and he's like, hey,
Michael B. Jordan, $5.
You're messed up. Could you imagine you're introing now at Michael B. Jordan? So he comes in, he's like, you know how he's all swaggy. He's like, what's up, pals? And he's like, it's my host, Noelle.
If it was Michael B. Jordan, I would do it for free. But I'm so delusional, I would think that we're going to fall in love through this. But for me to leave you they're not going to put me with somebody that famous. But they're going to put me with somebody like maybe like that does well.
Like a comedian.
I would probably say $500,000.
$500,000?
Oh, but they'd have to like, no, listen. They'd have to come to me and be like, we want you to do this with this person. It's not like they're going to be like, like I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to do this without Aaron. And if you pay me $500,000, I'll do it. Like they have to come to me.
I'd imagine the meeting would go something like this.
Okay.
They'd be like, Hi, Noelle. Nice to meet you. Listen, so we want you. Mm-hmm. We love the Work Pals podcast. And other people in the room be like, oh, we love it. Mm-hmm. Listen, we got a co-host set up. Michael B. Jordan. Steve Harvey is going to guest on. I don't know. I'm just thinking random black dudes. And we're going to pay you $500,000 for a year worth of episodes. It's like 13 episodes. 12, one each month, and then a special episode.
Yeah, I'll do it. Can I still do my other podcast?
You know what? You're trifling. First of all, let's reverse the roles.
13 episodes a year. We could still be doing this.
Wait, let's reverse the... No, but you can't because it's a brand. Let's reverse the roles. Do it to me.
Okay. Hi, Aaron. We love your work. We would love to offer you a deal. We have a co-host that will be working with you, Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie?
Mm-hmm. And so we'd like to offer you $500,000 to work with us for 1 year. You could only work for this podcast, though.
What about my co-host, Noelle? You guys gonna give her a deal? Or like, what can I bring?
We're not as interested in her as we are in you. We feel like you have more room for success.
I'm sorry. Work Pals Podcast is a brand. Like, you get the both of us or you don't get any of us.
What if we raised our price to $1 million?
You still need to bring her on in some capacity. And I need to talk it over with her. We're a company. We're a brand. You get one of us. You need to give her some type of deal. She needs a show. And they'd be like, we can't give her... I don't care if you give her a web show and you pay her half what you're paying me. You got to give her a show.
Okay. I got it now, and we're on the same page. I choked under the pressure.
No, you're done. It's over.
No, I choked. Aaron, I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay. I think off first instinct you would.
No, because you also didn't keep questioning me as you were the Spotify people. You didn't question me when I said, "Can I still do my other podcast still?" And you didn't answer. Spotify didn't get back to me. Uh-huh. So if they had said, "No, you can't still do that podcast," I would have said, well, no. I need to be working with Aaron in some capacity.
You heard Michael B. Jordan and you caved. She said $5. Michael B. Jordan? She's like, we'll do this pro bono. We'll do this for the free.
He's single though. Like, you don't want a girl to find love?
Yeah, but not Michael B. Jordan. Yo, you know how charismatic that man is? How he'd be on a podcast would be crazy, bro. Like, go back to The Wire. Whatever show you started on. I'm just kidding. No, we get it. I would take a deal too. I would probably try and get double so that I could bring you in myself. Or like I would ask you.
We'd have to talk about it. That's the thing. I would never just be like, yeah, I'm taking it and call you and be like, I'm doing this. I would call you and be like, what do you think I should do?
Yeah.
I tried to bring you into it. They said no. What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I would truly do.
And I would say you got to take it. Duh, that's crazy. Like I'd just like move on to another project. I'd be really
torn. I'd have to talk to a lot of family and friends about it.
You would have to take it. That's like Spotify's like a life-changing deal.
But
you would have to take it.
I don't think either of us would be as funny without the other one. I just don't. No matter who the other person was.
This is true, but you could just hire me on to do something, and then I can quit my job and I can just like be hired on as like staff.
I guess as long as the other one was involved in some capacity, so that they do still have room to grow. So, anyways, I'm starting my solo podcast next week.
Hey.
So we didn't talk too much about work pals this week, but we do have big plans for next time. So we want to share some work horror stories. We have some that we found online. We really are hesitant to share any of our own because, I mean, it's us. Yeah. Like, people are going to know who it is, you know? Or our friends will know who it is. We don't ever want to get back to that person.
We still might know some of the people.
Right.
Yeah.
So either if you guys want to share any, send us an email, a text, a DM or whatever of work horror stories. Give us all the details. We want the nitty gritty. We want the down and dirty.
We won't share your name.
No.
We won't share any details that'll give away like you're sharing it personally. But we want to tell some work horror stories. Mm-hmm. Not work horror stories.
Work friend horror stories.
Like, what are some stories where the friendship just went wild?
Yeah. How did they really wrong
bad?
You?
Yeah.
And what has it become? Do you guys still have to work together and stay civil? What's the situation?
You can even send it anonymously if you're the one who did the wronging.
Oh, yeah. If you did the wronging, we want to hear about that too. But give us the whole background. We want to know all the details.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna play a game now.
Yes.
It's gonna be, we have a word generator, and the first round we're gonna do will be on medium, and then the second round will be way harder.
Yep.
But so I'm gonna get a word, and then I have to give Aaron hints to that word without using the word, and he has to figure out what it is. 1 minute timer, and we're gonna keep track of how many we get, and it's kind of just gonna be telling about like our communication and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Do it. Yep.
Ready and go. I don't know what that is. They're outside. They climb trees.
Monkeys.
Nope. They're around here.
Squirrels.
Yep. You pick this up and it's white and you throw it.
Baseball.
No, in the winter.
Snowball.
Yep. An animal with stripes.
Zebra.
Yep. I put this on my shoulder. It has my wallet.
Purse.
Yep. When we embrace each other.
Hug.
Yep. When you go to prison.
Jail.
Yep. I step on the scale and get my
weight.
Thunder.
Thighs.
No, lightning.
Oh, lightning.
Thunder.
Storm.
Yep. There's nothing left in here. It's
empty.
Yep. New York.
City.
Yep. A type of flower. It blooms. It's pretty. They have bright colors.
Roses.
No.
Lilies.
Not daisies. Not roses.
Tulips.
Yep.
Oh.
You eat this. It's red. Okay.
11.
Damn.
Oh, so the medium is like easy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. All right, Noelle's doing her 1 minute round.
I think I gave really good hints that round.
I think you did. Especially the squirrels when you were like, they're around here. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Squirrel.
Ready? And go.
It's a type of bird, but also a word for when you're stealing from someone. It's also Batman's sidekick. It's a bird. It's a type of bird.
Raven.
No, it begins.
Robin.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Bees live inside of it.
Hive.
Yeah. Popcorn.
Kernel. Pop.
No, popcorn does this. Balloons do it too.
Pops.
Yeah. When you approve of something, you put up one of your fingers.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. It's a type of bag, but you wear it around your waist.
Oh shoot, what are those called?
90s, really popular in the 90s.
Fanny pack.
Yeah. It's what we call like forks and knives when they're made out of a certain material.
Cutlery.
No.
Oh.
When they're made out of a material that's the opposite of gold.
Silverware.
Yeah, there it is.
Done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many? 11?
6.
6? Damn, the one that tricked you was real. Robin stole 4 from you.
Yeah.
God, you almost had it too.
I know. We started off
I'm sorry.
I'm not good with birds.
No, the other bird population is just not it. So now we're moving to what? Very hard.
We're going to go to really hard now.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, go. When you owe a lot of money.
Debt.
Yep. Username and.
Password.
Yep. A group that meets. The hospital wants you to be part of a.
Team.
No.
Club.
Kind of.
Same
realm.
Next. I can't think of it.
Okay. Tennis.
Tournament.
Yep. You get on a plane and you take a
flight.
Yep. Score card. You keep it in your wallet.
Credit card.
Credit, yeah.
Bye. Waving.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
The east and west by the water. Yep.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Ha ha ha! I made a
funny joke.
Yeah. Somebody you need to like put out a book.
Or author.
No.
Autobiography.
The person behind the scenes.
Writer, editor.
No, they like post it, get you out there.
It was promoter.
Publisher.
I don't count that. 7.
No. Okay. That was still good.
Oh yeah. Dang. Those are so much harder. Okay.
All right.
Really hard. You ready?
Okay. Ready, set, go.
Yeah. What you're in? Someone's attacking you.
What?
A stranger. Stranger?
Danger.
Yes. Someone who rules over a country.
King.
Other word for king. Caesar. What Caesar was.
Prince.
No. Another word.
Leader.
No. Another word.
Leader.
No.
Did I say that already?
You want next?
Yeah.
Okay. It makes perfect. It's what sports teams do to get ready for games.
Practice.
Yes. Another word for practice. Meal. Meal. What do you do when you prepare a whole bunch of meals? I said prepare.
Oh,
That's what
prep.
it is. I know, I'm mad at this. These all suck. These suck. It's 11:11. Make a.
Which?
Okay, how many did you have?
3.
These are rough. Emperor was the word.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Emperor. You should have said New Groove. Emperor's New Groove.
Oh! Let's talk pizza toppings.
Okay. What do you normally get on your pizza?
Super unpopular. Uh-huh. I'm going pineapple bacon 90% of the time. I love bacon. It's a good contrast with the sweet of the pineapple. Mm-hmm. Taboo, right? Because you should not have pineapple on pizza. I think pineapple on pizza is amazing. What's your pizza order?
I like a veggie pizza. That's probably my favorite.
Ooh, veggie's good.
Yeah, I like veggie or an olive pizza.
Olive, no.
I love olives.
Pizza.
Eggplant, broccoli,
When you said olive pizza, do you mean all olives on your pizza?
Yeah, just black olives on pizza.
That's not good.
That's delicious.
Nothing else.
Nothing.
Extra cheese, extra sauce.
No.
I don't like that. I like a veggie pizza.
Love a veggie
Fried
pizza.
eggplant, veggie pizza.
Fried eggplant, broccoli, onions, mushrooms,
yeah.
olives.
It also reheats the best.
It does reheat really well.
Yeah.
I don't like pineapples on pizza.
Craziness. Why?
I feel like that sweetness and it's like a moist texture.
Have you ever had it?
That's weird. Yes.
It's so disrespectful for me to ask, right? Like you only disagree because you've never had it.
No, it just...
With bacon, though?
It's a sweet with your pizza.
That's so good. Sweet and salty is like the move. Everything sweet and salty is better.
I don't know.
But that's why you have to have something really salty to balance it out. Just pineapple on pizza is a no. That's crazy. But like pineapple bacon?
I guess it just, I don't like it. I wouldn't order it. But it's because there are other kinds of pizza that I love. Okay, so gotcha. If that was the only kind of pizza, I'm sure that I would just eat it and enjoy it.
Rank your pizza toppings. Like, give me like your top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Olives.
In order.
Oh, I don't know about order. Regat, number 1.
Ricotta.
Yeah. Then I'd say olives. Then I'd say broccoli. Mm-hmm. Then buffalo chicken.
That's a good choice.
And then bacon.
That's okay. Okay. Olives are just not it for me personally, but I'm always gonna probably go sausage is the number 1 topping. Ricotta is amazing on pizza. Mm-hmm. Then I'd probably say pep, then onion, and then pineapple, being 5 for me. Okay. Onion on pizza is amazing.
I know, but to just get an onion pizza feels weird.
Yeah, I know. But we're talking about these toppings like in isolation. But of course, they would probably be more combinations if we were like, you know what I'm saying?
Now I want pizza.
Because pep alone, I want pizza too. I really do.
I forgot about banana peppers.
Oh.
I love banana peppers.
You gonna re-say your top 5?
No, I'll leave it.
Okay. So banana pepper 6.
Yeah.
Okay, you have 1 minute. You've been captured by a man, and he has you in a house. Okay? Your hands are tied. He's gonna be back in 1 minute. Go.
Am I tied to anything or just my hands are tied? I can move around.
Your hands are tied.
Okay, so I can move around. I'm going to try to find something really sharp to rub my hands around. If I can't get that done, I'm going to go around with my hands behind my back and I'm going to be trying to open the door. If I can't open the door, I just have to find a way to snap my hands. I'm going to find a weapon.
You open the door opens.
The door opens. Book it. Run as fast as you can.
It's a forest. What do you just see a forest in front of you. What direction do you run? North, south, east, or west?
South.
South. Okay, you're running south right now. Okay. You see a water. Do you choose to cross the water, or are you just gonna
No, I'm gonna run along the water. I'm not going through it.
Run along the water. Okay, bet you. You hear a car
hide.
A little bit away.
Hide.
Oh, hide. Okay, bet.
I'm not risking it. Could be him coming back.
It was a police officer. The car is past you.
Fuck.
What do you do? The car's going. Do you try and run after it? What do you do?
It's a police car. Yeah. I'm behind it. I'm waving.
You're waving.
Help me!
Oh my God! The cops stopped for you.
I run and I get in.
You get in. The cop starts driving back towards the house. You look in the rearview mirror and you see a picture in the back. It's the murderer's brother. And you die.
the murderer's brother?
Yeah. Like, you see a picture of two of them together, and you're like, oh, God, I'm dead.
Yeah, because everybody keeps a picture of their brother in their backseat.
This is the plot. You're dead. There was no way out of that. You should have grabbed a weapon before you left.
I said grab a weapon.
Mm-hmm. And you shouldn't have chased after the police car. That's so dumb. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, you're not...
I'm still processing my murder.
All right, you want one more chance? No, you don't have to play this again. You just tell me no.
I don't want to. I didn't like that game. I felt like I was going to lose no matter what I said.
No, you had a way out. You're supposed to get in the water.
Why would I get in the water?
Because I would have told you, like, oh, you're in the water and there's a knife in the water. And you would have, like, cut yourself.
No, because you didn't specify, is it a stream, something I can easily cross or not?
Oh, yeah.
If it's like a large lake, I'm not swimming across that.
Oh, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I set you up for failure.
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna outro us?
Oh, wicka, wicka, whack, wicka, whack, wicka, whack.
Work, pals. There's a place you could be. No,
Work, pals.
Look at Noelle B.
Just you and me.
Hey, pals to the
death.
Thank you for tuning in to the Work Pals podcast. We're glad that you listened. We hope you had fun. And yeah.
Yeah, we're going to try to post bi-weekly right now. And then if you guys like it, we'll try to post more than that.
Yeah, let us know. Go follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We're on all the social medias right now.
Yep, they'll all be linked in the description below. And like we said before, if you have any funny ideas, fun friend story, DM us. Let us know.